What if the very thing bringing you pleasure is the same thing silently killing your destiny? What if the embrace of passion is the kiss of death? Say this prayer with me: Lord, open my eyes. Show me the truth. Deliver me from the sin that destroys. Give me grace to walk in holiness. Amen. Fornication is not just a physical act. It is a spiritual weapon of mass destruction. Many great men and women have been reduced to shadows of their destiny because they refused to run when they should have. 1 Corinthians 6 verse 18 commands, "Flee fornication. Every sin that a man doeth is without the body, but he that committeth fornication sinneth against his own body." Fornication is self-inflicted harm. It wounds the soul, weakens the spirit, and gives Satan legal access to manipulate destinies. Samson was anointed, powerful, chosen from the womb. But lust blinded him long before the Philistines did. Delilah was not just a woman, she was a trap. And Samson walked into it with his eyes wide open. One night of pleasure cost him his sight, his strength, his freedom, and eventually his life. Judges 16 tells us that he knew not that the Lord had departed from him. Fornication made him numb to God's presence. Unlike other sins that shock the conscience, fornication often enters quietly. It starts with a look, then a chat, then a touch. Before you know it, you're entangled. Proverbs 7 speaks of a young man who was void of understanding. A woman met him at night and seduced him. Verse 23 says, "He goeth after her straightway as an ox goeth to the slaughter, and knoweth not that it is for his life." Fornication is a spiritual slaughterhouse. In contrast, look at Joseph. Tempted daily by Potiphar's wife, yet he said, "How can I do this great wickedness and sin against God?" Genesis 39 verse 9. Joseph ran. He didn't explain. He didn't negotiate. He fled. And because of that, he was preserved for the palace. Purity positioned him for promotion. Today, fornication is glorified. Music, movies, and social media sell sex like candy. But behind the sweetness is the sting of death. Sex outside of marriage opens the door to soul ties, demonic oppression, emotional confusion, shame and guilt, delay in destiny. Many are battling depression, fear, and confusion because of doors opened through fornication. But there is hope. The blood of Jesus still speaks. In John 8, a woman caught in adultery was dragged before Jesus. The crowd wanted her stoned. But Jesus said, "He that is without sin among you, let him first cast a stone." He forgave her. Then he said, "Go and sin no more." God doesn't just forgive, he empowers. If you've fallen, get up. If you're struggling, cry out. If you're free, stay vigilant. Fornication is a thief. It steals vision. It breaks focus. It delays destiny. It empowers the enemy. But purity is power. Holiness protects. And God honors those who honor him. This is not just a warning. It's a call to awaken. If you must run, run. Better to flee than to fall. If this message spoke to you, share it. Subscribe for more biblical truths that set you free. And in the comments write, "Lord, help me walk in purity." Reflect on this: what is fornication costing you?